Hi friends, Bloomaville here and welcome back to the Game Shelf. Today I'm highlighting games with stunning hand-drawn and illustrated art, from truly frame-by-frame animated titles to beautifully illustrated worlds that feel handcrafted. So without wasting any more time, let's dive into our first category, the fully hand-drawn games. First up on our list is Pencil Stories, a calm hand-drawn puzzle adventure set in the quiet village of Tsukinoma, where each night begins with an undeliverable letter. You play as Letty, exploring the village after midnight, guided by soft music and a beautifully illustrated world that slowly reveals itself as you move. The game leans into a sketchbook-like art style, with hand-drawn environments, envelopes, symbols, and notes that feel personal and intimate. Instead of rushing, you're encouraged to slow down, deciphering poems, drawings, and hidden messages to uncover secret mailboxes tucked throughout the village. There's no combat or time pressure, just gentle exploration, thoughtful puzzles, and small, heartfelt stories about the people of Tsukinoma, all wrapped in a soothing, illustrated atmosphere. Pencil Stories is available for purchase on Steam. Following up is a game we've seen before, Scrabdackle. You might remember it from my December releases video, but it deserves another spotlight for its hand-drawn charm. You play as Blue, a young wizard suddenly thrown into an unfamiliar world filled with whimsical creatures, intriguing characters, and challenging bosses that test both your curiosity and strategy. What sets Scrabdackle apart is its artwork. Every character, enemy, and environment is hand-drawn, with expressive animations and small detailed touches that make the world feel alive. From playful motions to hidden visual secrets, the art brings the adventure to life. Explore at your own pace, solve puzzles, experiment with spells, and uncover hidden storylines, all while enjoying a world that's as engaging in gameplay as it is stunning in its illustrations. Scrabdackle is available for purchase on Steam. Up next is Cuphead, a run-and-gun action game inspired by the 1930s cartoons where you play as Cuphead or his brother Mugman, travel through fantastical worlds, face off against bizarre and challenging bosses, and master precise platforming and combat to reclaim your souls from the devil himself. What makes Cuphead truly unforgettable is its hand-drawn art. Every frame of animation was meticulously illustrated by hand, inked and colored in the classic cel animation style. From the exaggerated character designs to the fluid, lively motion, the visuals feel like a cartoon that's been brought to life inside a video game. The world is filled with charming surreal backgrounds, creative enemy designs, and intense boss fights that demand skill and timing. Cuphead perfectly blends high-stakes gameplay with a stunningly handcrafted visual style, making every victory feel as rewarding as watching a classic animated short come alive. Cuphead is available for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Moving on, we have Gorogoa, a beautifully hand-drawn puzzle game recognized for its originality and art. Its story unfolds through intricate, illustrated panels, each filled with charm and personal detail. The gameplay is unique. You move, stack, and combine these panels in creative ways to solve puzzles, uncover hidden connections, and reveal new layers of the world. Simple to interact with, yet deeply satisfying to master. Every action feels purposeful. More than just a game, Gorogoa is a work of art. Its storytelling, visuals, and puzzles blend seamlessly, making each discovery as much about appreciating the illustrations as it is about solving them. Gorogoa is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Now let's take a look at Potioncraft Alchemist Simulator, where you step into the shoes of a medieval alchemist in a beautifully illustrated world inspired by manuscripts and medical texts. Grind, mix, heat, and stir ingredients like leaves, flowers, berries, and magical crystals to create unique potions in your very own workshop. The game encourages creativity and experimentation. Plan your recipes carefully, combine effects in inventive ways, and decide how to sell your creations to townsfolk. Every choice shapes your reputation, from humble artisan to dark occult master. Beyond potions, you can cultivate your own enchanted garden, customize bottles and labels, and even design your shop shelves and furniture. It's a sandbox alchemy experience where the fun comes from discovering your own methods and savoring the satisfying hands-on illustrations and interactions. Potioncraft Alchemy Simulator is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Now that we have explored the fully hand-drawn games, let's move on to the next category: beautifully illustrated and inspired worlds that capture the handcrafted feel in their own way. First off, we have Planet of Lana, a cinematic puzzle adventure set on a world that was once in a perfect harmony between humans, nature, and animals, until that balance is sadly shattered. A quiet but powerful threat arrives in the form of a faceless mechanical army, and what follows isn't a story about war, but about preserving beauty and connection. You play as Lana, a young girl on a rescue journey across a vibrant, hand-painted world, accompanied by her loyal companion. Together, you solve puzzles, avoid danger, using stealth and timing, and navigate tense action sequences that rely on wit rather than combat. The game's illustrations are a standout feature. Lush landscapes, soft color palettes, and striking contrasts between organic life and cold machinery give the world a cinematic, almost painterly feel. Combined with its emotional sci-fi narrative that spans centuries and galaxies, Planet of Lana delivers a thoughtful, visually rich adventure that is as moving as it is atmospheric. Planet of Lana is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. For our next game, we have Wytchwood, a crafting adventure set in a darkly whimsical world inspired by gothic fables and classic fairy tales. You play as a mysterious old witch roaming a strange countryside, gathering ingredients, brewing enchantments, and passing judgment on a cast of morally questionable characters and creatures. The game's storybook illustrations are a major highlight. Every area feels like a twisted fairy tale brought to life, filled with expressive characters, ornate details, and a hand-illustrated charm that perfectly matches its folklore tone. Gameplay revolves around exploration, crafting, and clever problem-solving. Collect bizarre ingredients like toxic toadstools and bottled fear, research spells, and use curses and transformations to outwit monsters and teach lessons, sometimes turning the gritty into frogs along the way. With its rich art style, playful writing, and puzzle-focused progression, Wytchwood offers a cozy yet mischievous adventure where wit, curiosity, and creativity are always rewarded. Wytchwood is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Up next is Neva, an emotionally charged action-adventure from the team behind Grease, and it carries the same sense of artistry and atmosphere. You follow Alba, a young woman who forms a powerful bond with a mysterious wolf cub after a traumatic encounter with dark forces. Together, they journey through a once beautiful world that slowly decays around them. As the adventure unfolds, the relationship between Alba and the wolf evolves, from cautious companionship to deep trust, shaping both the gameplay and the story. The wolf grows from a rebellious cub into a strong, independent presence, testing their bond and commitment to one another. Visually, Neva is striking, with expressive animation and painterly environments that emphasize emotion over realism. Blending action, exploration, and storytelling, the game focuses on connection, resilience, and finding a sense of home in a world on the brink of collapse. Neva is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Now let's move on to Tiny Bookshop, a cozy narrative management game about leaving everything behind and opening a small second-hand bookshop by the sea. You travel through the quiet town of Buxtonbury by the Sea, setting up shop in scenic locations and slowly becoming part of the community. The game's illustrated style gives it a warm storybook charm. Soft colors, gentle animations, and carefully drawn environments make every place feel calm and inviting. You can fully decorate your bookshop with items you collect, from plants and shelves to candles and trinkets, and each choice affects how customers interact with your space. At the core of the gameplay is recommending books. Help customers find stories they love or encourage them to try something new. Different areas of town attract different readers, so learning their habits is part of becoming a great bookseller. As you explore, you meet a cast of friendly, quirky characters, uncover the town's history, collect stamps, and discover small secrets hidden throughout Buxtonbury. Tiny Bookshop is a gentle, comforting experience built around books, routine, and the joy of quiet discovery. Tiny Bookshop is available on PC and Nintendo Switch. Our last featured game is Night in the Woods, and if you stick around, there's a bonus pick right after. So, Night in the Woods is a narrative adventure about coming home and realizing that nothing quite fits the way it used to. You play as May Borowski, a college dropout who returns to the former mining town of Possum Springs, hoping to slip back into her old life and reconnect with friends she left behind. But things have changed. The town feels worn down, her friends have grown in different directions, and there is a quiet sense that something is off. As autumn sets in and the days grow shorter, strange events begin to unfold, and there is an unsettling presence lurking just beyond the edges of town. The game's illustrated art style is bold and expressive, using simple shapes, rich colors, and subtle animation to give Possum Springs a surprisingly deep emotional weight. Exploration and conversation are at the heart of the experience, with dozens of characters to meet and small moments that make the world feel alive. Night in the Woods blends humor, melancholy, and mystery into a deep personal story about change, identity, and the fear of being left behind, all wrapped in a beautifully stylized, unforgettable world. Night in the Woods is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. And now, as the special bonus pick, I want to highlight Spiritfarer. I actually played this one myself and absolutely loved it. The story, the characters, and the illustrations are just incredible. Spiritfarer is a cozy management game about guiding spirits to the afterlife. You play as Stella, a Spiritfarer who ferries recently departed souls across mystical seas, building and upgrading your boat, caring for them, and helping them move on with love and kindness. The game's illustrations and animations are stunning. Every character, background, and platforming sequence is beautifully detailed, giving the world a storybook charm that makes every voyage feel alive. From serene waves to cozy cabins on your boat, the visuals are full of personality and warmth. Gameplay is relaxing and rewarding. Farm, fish, mine, cook, craft, and explore at your own pace. Build gifts, deepen relationships with memorable spirits, and navigate charming platforming challenges. You can even play as Daffodil, the cat in local co-op. Spiritfarer perfectly blends heartfelt storytelling with engaging management mechanics. Spending time with your spirit passengers, learning their stories, and helping them move on creates touching, unforgettable moments that linger long after the game ends. Spiritfarer is available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. And that's it for my picks of hand-drawn and illustrated games. Which ones would you like to play, or do you have any favorites I missed? Drop a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay cozy, and keep exploring. Take care!